Witnessing for Jesus Christ, you don't just go out and just say, hey, Jesus loves you. No, no, no. You need to have a strategy plan. Okay, so now what? Okay, so you told me Jesus loves me. You need to break up the fallow ground. You need to prepare yourself, prepare the soil. Prepare the soil. You can't just walk up to somebody, Jesus loves you. You need to build relationships. It's like, do you have a name? Can you smile first? See, it's a part of actually preparing the soil. Listen, if people don't like you, they don't like what you have. You have to prepare people's soil. I mean, can you imagine going to the gym to work out and you just immediately jump in to start lifting weights? No, no, no. You have to warm your muscles up. You have to prepare your body to be stretched. In particular, as you get older, to see the younger, you're a teenager, you can just jump out of bed, just roll right into it. But the older that you get, the more you have to get ready, you have to start stretching. I mean, old folks, when they get up out of a seat, they start grunting and stuff. It's just, You have to prep that body. You don't make sudden moves. You got to warm it up. And see, old folks, I used to wonder why were they announcing their next move. They would say, I'm fixing to get up. You fixing to get up? That means I'm not going to get up right now. Now, I'm fixing. Anybody ever heard that? That's a southern term, but you're born in the South. You know what I'm fixing means. You don't make sudden moves. You got to prepare yourself to do this thing. I remember I had to speak one about 3,000 people, 7 o'clock in the morning. And they were all there. And I said to myself, I need some heavy duty help. I want to get up. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I've got to speak. And 3,000 people in the morning. So I called this girl who has her voice is just outstanding. And she had this, in her thoracic cavity, she was so well endowed. And she told me, she said, I've got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get my voice ready so my voice will be ready by 7. But when 7 o'clock came and homegirl threw her head back and opened her mouth, see, I had to carry help with me to get the ground ready for 7 a.m. And she had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. You see, I understood something about it. I was in the chorus. I was in the glee club at Morehouse. And even when I was in high school, we didn't just launch into singing, even though we were in the middle of the day, but we would always warm up our voices. We did some things that our choir does now. My bird is dead, my bird is dead, my bird is dead, my bird is dead. Coco-dee, coco-dee, coco-da, coco-dee, coco-dee, coco-da, coco-dee, coco-dee, coco-da. We would warm that voice up. So there are certain things that you have to do to get ready. You have to get ready to sing. Don't just open your mouth and blare something out. Warm it up. Prepare the soil. Prepare the soil. Prepare it with your body. Prepare your mind. And let me just tell you this. As you get older, you need to build into your life transitions into every new activity. Are you listening? Don't just come in from work with all of the burdens, the problems, the stresses of your job, the frustrations of school on you. When you come in, sit in your automobile before you get off the bus, however you get home, and have a transition moment to where you get your mind and you say, what happened today at school, at work, on the army base, wherever you are, I'm peeling that off right now. God, I release everything that has already happened today. Now help me in my home to be the mother, to be the father, to be the husband, to be the wife, to be the son, to be the daughter, the brother, the sister. Have some transition moments so you don't just come in and somebody speak to you and now you're snapping, reacting out of a frustration of what happened earlier. because you had a bad day. You have to transition yourself for every new activity. That's preparing the soil. Because if you don't prepare the soil, now you're taking the toxicity of what happened at school or work and bringing that and contaminating the atmosphere of your home where you're raising a different kind of a harvest. And if you want to reap peace, you got to sow it here before you move into that area. Does that make sense to you? I want to help you in God's garden. This is about growth and productivity, but it's about preparing the soil. You got to prepare the soil. You can't just go out and just start sowing seeds indiscriminately. You need to have a strategy so you maximize your seed. I know some people that just indiscriminate, just scatter seed everywhere. And then maybe only 10% of it is productive. You got to target the territory. Mark it out. Study it. What is the most fertile place? And learn the Pareto principle that 20% of the space is going to give you 80% of your harvest. Focus on that 20%. Do you know where your 20% is? That's giving you the 80% yield. Do you know where the 20% of your effort that's giving you 80% of your results? Focus. See, that's a part of preparing your soil. You've got to be able to choose the site. Locating the site of the garden, because there's some soil that is infertile, that has been contaminated by salts that make it infertile. And it's difficult to grow there. So you have to learn about preparing the site. Preparing the site is choosing the right site. And so the first step of harvest is preparing the soil. Do you have the tools necessary? You're going to need a garden hoe. You're going to need helpers. You're going to, have you identified and analyzed the soil? That soil could have so many contaminants in it. So you need to choose. That's about preparing the soil, preparing the soil. There are certain places that are naturally fertile. You choose fertile ground to be able to sow your seed, you get a tremendous, tremendous harvest.